right, now let's get into this. We don't avoid politics on this show because we want all people who vote, and all of you should vote, but all of you don't. All of you who vote, I want you guys to understand it's a sporting event. It's an arena. Think about that. And when you're there and you are rooting for the Patriots and they're the Jets fans, are you the one that wants to walk up to them and knock them out? Or are you the one that want to walk up to them and just curse and dog spit at them? No. You want to cheer your team on. You want to root against them, but respectfully. And then at the end of the day, I see you in the parking lot, dog. Let's tailgate post-game, right? Why don't we tailgate pregame right now? Because Joe Biden has jumped out of the presidential race. Everyone anticipated that, especially after the debates. I saw him on stage downtown LA with President Obama, former President Obama. And I would say 80% of the questions were intercepted by Obama or directed at Obama because they knew Biden couldn't hold up. Well, it got exposed. And that was 2 weeks or so before the debates. They set a record in terms of how much money was raised at that event. Jimmy Kimmel was the host. It was amazing. I knew, and this, you sound like a hater, and I'm not a hater. I just tell you what I see or what I know or what I feel. I tell you like it is. And I was like, there's no way he's going to win, and there's no way he's going to put on a good show to make his fan base, to make his Democratic base energized to even vote for him to win. I said that. I just knew it. I was like, there's no way. I mean, no way. And then the whole world saw it, which is weird because the whole world, we should have been seeing it. Respect to President Joe Biden. So now it's going to be Kamala Harris, who comes with her own set of issues and her own set of positives that can help energize the base. So they've already raised a record of $50 million in a day since, insane, since Kamala was appointed now the presidential nominee for the Democratic side. Okay, so let's check this out. Let's see the post. Y'all know what I'm speaking on. It's not much. This is what Joe Biden wrote. I'm not going to read all of this, even though I should. Huh? All right, let me do it. God dang. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation and lowering prescription drug costs for seniors and expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. When you read that first sentence or two, you're like, dog, just start off with the meat. Start off with, I'm out, and then let's get into what you've done. We provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America's never been better positioned to lead than we are today. They just got to throw in, yeah, we gave one of you black people a chance. It's just, I don't know. Am I reading that wrong? Every time I see something like that, I'm in the big race. What you mean? I'm the first. Great. Yeah. But when you on the out and you only got 5 things to highlight, that's what you highlighting? Some identity politics? Get out of it. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. Yes, we did. We protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliances around the world. Some would disagree. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. Here we go. This should have started with this. What school you go to? And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down. That's what the quote was, stand down, and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of my term. So basically, he's like, let me cut off all this re-election talk and all this. I'm kind of hybrid between my duties today and what I'm trying to seek for tomorrow. Stop that. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. Okay. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris. Here you go. Pop, 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 pop. Go, girl, for being an extraordinary partner in all this work. Oh, I got the hiccups. And let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. All right, let that go. All right, I did read it. Respect, salute, Joe Biden. Now let's talk about Kamala. Kamala Harris. I'm just going to ask right now because we're going to have to go back. We're going to have to go back when she was elected vice president, kind of dig up all that. I know some high-level stuff that people say. The positives are, hey, she's qualified, being a former prosecutor. She knows the legal system. Being a former prosecutor also means she's tough. She's obviously intelligent, articulate, even though you can clip her up. And I mean short form, clip her up. And it could be some things you like, what did she just say? But you can do that to anybody. At least all these politicians you can. The negatives against her is she qualified, people say. Like, yeah, she's done what she's done, but is she qualified to lead our nation? People are going to attack her history, which is weird because they're also going to attack her romantic history, which is weird because I do remember some presidents doing some things, Clinton, others, and they don't do that to the men. So I'm like, this whole she slept her way to the top and then you go, oh, no, come on. Whatever, who cares? I don't care how I open up a door, nepotism or cronyism or whatever you want to call that. You got to stay in there. You got to earn that qualification. So my real question to you guys is not to beat up Kamala or anything. Do what you want to do, but beat it up in the comments. Do you think this move will help overthrow what's coming? Because we know what's coming. Trump has the lead. Trump is sitting there like, oh, y'all switching opponents on me? Oh, y'all trying to run a different offense that fast? Oh, will this be enough to beat Trump, or will Trump still be victorious? And tell me what you think about Kamala. Good, bad, ugly. Let's see that. This is more of just as they say, a safe space, but it ain't safe because I know how y'all get in them comments. Let's beat it up. Right now, how you feeling? What would you say is going to happen in November? Trump wins, Kamala wins. And more importantly, I think before we even know if Kamala can win or not, who is she going to run with? Who's going to be her running mate? Who do you suggest? Is it Newsom, like everyone's saying? But it can't be Newsom because they're both from California. Beat it up in the comments. Let's go get it. All right, that'll do it for today's episode of Never Shut Up. Oh, we're going to go back to that politician conversation. But right now, we got to have an intro, right? Just let you, where are you guys in this race right now? That's all I want to know. Then we're going to go get it. All right. So have an amazing day. I know I will. It's time to take the itty bitties to camp. Days a lot faster. Oh, I'm so honored. I'm so inspired to be here, and thanks Shine Global for this award, to be recognized for doing the right thing, to be recognized for doing good things, and trying to inspire others for their own greatness. I'm just a kid from Compton who, at an early age, had to look inside to find my opportunities because on the outside, there were so many whispers and sometimes yells of, I couldn't make my dreams a reality. And thought that was very unfortunate, but I was thankful that I never internalized that chorus that was around me. I was a kid that understood that you had to be greater than your greatest excuse. And I had a lot of excuses. I had a lot of reasons to have self-doubt. But I was able to develop my inner power, discover that inner power, and make sure that I showed the world exactly who I wanted to be. And it was really simple for me. It was to make my dreams a reality. There was nothing more to it. And as I now stand here, just a few miles from where I grew up, where that adversity still is strong. And as we see through these movies, that it's worldwide, not just in our locale. You see the suffering, you see the gangs, you see the drugs, you see the poverty. And there's always one common escape. It's that inner power, it's that ambition. It's having a voice that's louder than those surrounding voices. And I'm on a mission, a global mission, to make sure that that inner power inspires all to not only give, but to receive the blessings that come from giving. And I'm up here right now as a guy who's challenging everyone to give their 3 T's. That's time, that's talent, and that's treasure. Human capital, financial, whatever it may be. Let's invest in each other because we all have to coexist here together. And as I look around and I have a foundation that really inspires these kids to become their greatest version of themselves and to look in the mirror to make sure that they're greater than their greatest excuse.
It gives me my greatest passion. I was a kid who wanted to be a school teacher, but because of my height, weight, and speed, I became a football player. So I took that helicopter ride up as high as I could, but as I was ascending, I never forgot that I was once one of those fork-in-the-road kids who was shot at many times, who had to navigate around adversity every single day, who had to waste so much of his brain power just trying to get home every day. And so many experiences that sometimes you become desensitized to. But in reality, that is someone else's reality. So I'm so thankful to stand in front of all of you guys as an example of the kids that we're trying to affect, the underserved, the underprivileged, those who are told that their hardships are greater than who they are. But hopefully we can inspire them all to look inward, because everything they want out there is already in here. Appreciate you guys.